maybe I should look into an EV.
All solid-state batteries are
EVs right
coming
now
soon.
might
Wouldn't it
become
be a bit
outdated
early to
pretty
buy one
quickly.
now?
Just wait.
Have you been thinking the same thing? In fact, the battery industry continues to share target timelines for all solid-state battery commercialization. Toyota is aiming for market introduction around 2027 to 2028, and LG Energy Solution has also outlined plans for commercialization around 2029. The headlines sound even more exciting. Seeing this, it can feel like buying an EV now might not be the smartest choice. But is it really? Today, we'll take a closer look at when all solid-state batteries could reach the market and whether buying an EV now is still a reasonable choice. Let's start with the facts. US battery startup QuantumScape sees 2026 as the early stage of all solid-state battery commercialization and is working toward enabling partners to scale up production to tens of gigawatt hours in the future.
See? It's coming soon!
Right, but no need to rush. There's a big difference between a technology emerging and becoming widely available. While QuantumScape has begun production, it is still at the stage of sample cells for evaluation and early-stage validation, where automakers are testing performance and safety. In the battery industry, sample production is just the starting point. Before a car ever reaches the showroom, there are many more steps involved. Cell performance, cycle life, crash safety, pack design, production yield, and cost all need to be verified. Based on current roadmaps, 2027 to 2028 is closer to early market entry or limited production. Most experts expect broader adoption in mainstream EVs after 2030. Toyota is also actively developing all solid-state batteries, but early applications may not be used in mainstream EVs right away. Some analysts suggest Toyota's first all-solid-state batteries could be used in hybrid models before EVs. Why? Because even if the technology works, that doesn't mean it can be produced affordably and at scale right away. Early all-solid-state batteries are likely to remain expensive for some time, and manufacturing processes still need time to stabilize. That's why applying them first to hybrid models, which use smaller battery packs, can be a more practical approach. So, even if an all-solid-state EV appears in 2027 or possibly 2028, it would likely be a high-performance electric sports car under Toyota's premium brand, Lexus. In other words, even after the technology is ready, it may take time before it becomes widely available in everyday EVs. So why is mass production of all solid-state batteries still challenging? Like and subscribe to find out. In the lab, all solid-state batteries show promising performance, but making a few prototype cells and producing millions with consistent quality are completely different challenges. Lithium-ion batteries already have a massive global production base. Companies like Tesla, LG Energy Solution, and Panasonic are already operating large-scale manufacturing systems. Battery pack design, vehicle platforms, and charging infrastructure are all optimized around lithium-ion batteries. All solid-state batteries, on the other hand, are still closer to the lab and pilot line stages. Building large-scale factories takes years, and stabilizing production yield takes additional time. So the real challenge isn't just, can it work? It's whether it can be produced reliably, at scale, and at a cost that makes sense. This isn't the first time we've seen this. Lithium-ion batteries followed a similar path. As we covered in a previous shorts, let's briefly look back. In 1991, Sony successfully commercialized lithium-ion batteries through mass production. They offered higher voltage and were much lighter than nickel-cadmium batteries. But commercialization didn't immediately lead to widespread adoption. Early on, they were expensive, had safety concerns, and production volumes were limited. As demand grew with laptops and portable devices, production scaled up, prices gradually decreased, and reliability improved. That is when they became the industry standard. This process took over a decade, reaching a turning point in the mid-2000s. In other words, even breakthrough technologies often take time to become part of everyday life. All solid-state batteries will likely follow a similar path. So, back to the original question. Should you wait for all solid-state EVs? For most people, probably not. Realistically, 2026 is a period of testing and validation. 2027 to 2028 may see early adoption or limited production. Mass adoption is likely around 2030. That means it may take at least 4 to 5 more years before consumers can buy all solid-state EVs at a reasonable price. What if you need a car before then? Waiting indefinitely may not be the most reasonable option. To be honest, today's EVs using lithium-ion batteries are already highly practical. The Tesla Model 3 Long Range can travel over 300 miles on a single charge. The Kia EV6 can charge from 10% to 80% in about 18 minutes.
But all solid-state batteries can go 600 miles and charge in 9 minutes, right?
Yes, those are impressive numbers. With higher energy density and lighter weight, they could offer clear advantages for long-distance driving. If you regularly need to drive over 600 miles, about 1,000 kilometers, in one trip, all solid-state batteries could be a real game-changer. But for everyday use, current EVs are already more than sufficient. Most people drive less than 40 miles a day. Charging at home or work is usually enough for daily use without much inconvenience. For longer trips, you can simply grab a coffee while charging at a rest stop. And one more important point. Even when all solid-state EVs arrive, EVs powered by lithium-ion batteries are unlikely to become outdated overnight. When EVs first entered the market, internal combustion cars didn't disappear overnight. They are still widely used today. Early all-solid-state EVs will likely begin as high-priced premium models. That means lithium-ion batteries will likely remain the mainstream for some time. New technologies tend to coexist with existing ones for quite a while. The answer is simple. If you need an EV now, buying one with today's technology can still be a reasonable choice. There's no reason to put your life on hold while waiting for the next big thing. And one more thing. Technology never stops evolving. If all solid-state batteries arrive in 2027, there will likely be something better in 2030, and even better in 2035. If you keep waiting, you might never end up buying anything. What matters most is your situation. Do you need a car now? What is your budget? What does your daily driving look like? Make your decision based on that. Still curious about all solid-state batteries? Subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we'll take a deeper dive into how they work. See you in the next video.